This tutorial is going to teach you how to create a new iTunes account for your son or daughter. We recommend this so that you can avoid transferring information between all of the different devices that you have in your home. For example, if your son or daughter downloads all of their apps for school, so the numeracy and literacy apps, and then links into iTunes, there's a big chance that these will then transfer onto your devices, so your iPhone, your iPod, your iPad as well. So you'll have a lot of apps on there, and this is all going to take up a lot of space. The easiest way to avoid all of this is to create a new account. So you're going to open iTunes the same way that we learnt in the first tutorial, and that is for PC users to hold down the Shift key the whole time while you're opening iTunes, and for Mac users you're going to hold down the Alt key for the whole time while you're opening iTunes as well. So the same window we saw earlier will appear, asking you to choose an iTunes library. You've already created a library for your son or daughter's iPad, and so now you're just going to go in there and choose that library. So I've called mine Lauren's iPad, and then you select Open, and what you'll see is the same empty library that you created already. So a handy way to find out which account you've already signed into is to go up to the Store tab in iTunes. So you need to just look for along where it says iTunes File, Edit, Views, Controls, Store, Window and Help. You're going to click on Store. You can't see that at the moment. And in Store, you'll go down through the menu and you'll see View Account, and then you'll be able to see which account you signed into. So I know that this is my account for my other iTunes that I already have, and I want to then sign out of that account. So this will be you signing out of your own personal family account or your own account that you have for all your music and videos and things at home. Okay, so now that you've signed out, you can go ahead and go back to Store, and then you can either click on Sign In if you want to re-sign back into your own account, or you can create an Apple ID. So we've gone to create an Apple ID. For this you're going to need an email account for your son or daughter. We recommend Gmail account. It's free and it's easy to use. And if you would like to create the account and withhold the password from your son or daughter, that's up to you. That can also mean that you can create the account and they have to ask you for the password and your permission before they download any apps. So that's up to you at home. So here you'll come up with this is a little ad, and it says to begin creating your Apple ID, click Continue. Okay, and then it's going to ask you for some terms and conditions. If you want to have a read through of those, I have read and agreed to these terms and conditions, so I'm going to click on Agree. Okay, and this is where you're going to put in an email address for your son or daughter. Now you need to have this already written down. So Gmail account, I've already got a Gmail account, so it might be, for example, lauren@gmail.com. Okay, and then you're going to put in your password, and you just need to go through and enter all of the details with your own details, and you can then finish creating that account. That's really all you need to do to create that account. And so when you then quit iTunes, when your child wants to bring home their iPad for backing up, first, before you plug in the iPad, you're going to do these 2 steps, and the 2 steps are hold down the Shift or the Alt key depending on which computer you're using. You're going to choose your library, and because your son or daughter is using it, you're going to choose their iPad account, their iPad library, and open it, and then I didn't actually sign in last time when we just did it then. So, and then you'll either sign out and have them re-sign in with their new account that you've just created, or you'll get them to sign in here. So and that's going to then open up their iTunes account. Once that's done, those 2 steps, so choosing the library and signing in to their account, and they've still got the empty library here, then you can simply, your son or daughter can simply plug their iPad in. In the next tutorial, I'll teach you how they can back up their iPad device.